Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Mark Corns, and what are we doing here? We are going through Operation Red Tape. Now, Operation Red Tape is essentially the document used against P0358, Red Shield, Mr. Stake, and Dogecore, saying that they are the hackers. Um, we are the hackers of July 4th. Now, as we will go through this document, we will find that maybe two are guilty, but the other two not so. I this document is so shoddy. It's not even funny, but I'm gonna dissect this just for I'm doing it for people's knowledge. So let's go right ahead. And so Operation Red Tape, Operation No Tape, sorry. The connections between Apex Legends hackers of July 4th, the Titanfall 2 blacklist, and the Titanfall global DDoS. Okay. So, disclaimer, blah blah blah. Disclaimer not important. Because this disclaimer has already been pretty much broken. This document is meant to be used, provided with files, blah, blah, blah. All right, the authors. Wanty, Direction, Cool Cryptid, and Ishi. Now, they do have a special thanks. Woo. All right. So we have individuals. We have a table of contents. We're not going to go through the table of contents. We're just going to read through. Introduction. Okay. Introductions. The problems. The Titanfall community has been dealing with groups of hackers who manipulate the game, assume people's identities, in addition to members of the community who dox and harass both as individuals or coordinated groups. Amidst the chaos, that we have a community made out of people who love Titanfall. There are people who love Titanfall. I hate to butt in with my opinion here, but some people have gone too far. And I'm not going to say who, but hey, you've gone too far. This is not only the story of gamers who cannot play the game what they paid for. We are human beings who built and invested time into the community. We are the community. We build relationships, share our creativity, teach each other, and help each other. Titanfall is the only background dressing. Not only are doxing, harassment, and hacking illegal, but they are destructive towards the Titanfall community. Yeah, so is misinformation. But their campaign of misinformation led to many victims due to doxing and harassment, as well as lies and manipulation. Okay, keep that in mind. Their campaign... I wish I had a highlighter. Oh, wait, I do. Holy. Alright. So, this. Their campaign of misinformation led to many victims due to doxing and harassment, as well as lies and manipulation. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Because that's what they are trying to prove to us in this document. Let's keep scrolling. They're being held from acting by the ones who manage the studio. They are not being respected, and neither is the community. All this Okay, sorry. All this happens while Respawn watches our community torn apart while selling menu simulators. You can still play the campaign, but hey. Well, for Titanfall 2. Titanfall 1's a different story. But should we blame everyone working at Respawn? No. That's what a lot of people have been doing. And it's not necessarily the dev's fault. A video game is the passion of labor. Yeah, okay, we get it. Consequences, personal testimonies. We will not be going through the testimonies because that's too much. That's too much for me. Starting in mid-June, we started conducting a survey. Yeah, they're yeah, it's just testimonies. I don't know why they had this. I have no idea. 3. The individuals. The following individuals are directly responsible. Okay. So they make claim. Directly responsible. Directly responsible. There you go, your first claim. These people hacked Apex Legends. Okay? Now, there's got to be undeniable proof because you're accusing them of something. All right. Let me continue. For the July 4th Apex Legends hacks, as well as the blacklist that has been impacting streamers and more recently the entire player base. So they accuse them for the DDoSing as well. They accuse them for the DDoSing as well. Their conclusion led to the coordinated attacks on 3 games of the franchise: Titanfall 1, 2, and Apex Legends. Through their research to find new bugs and exploits, they were using different kinds of vulnerabilities in order to render the game unplayable to help them achieve their goals. They have successfully spread misinformation regarding the identity of the infamous hacker Heyooooo, which we will highlight right there, which has resulted in the doxing, harassment, and threatening of innocent people. This was done to send people on witch hunts and therefore draw attention from themselves. The DDoS attacks on Titanfall 2 streamers began back in March 2021, although it wasn't until April and May these attacks became more widespread and targeted. These individuals began planning months beforehand, primarily utilizing private channels in the Remnant Fleet Discord server. By the way, I will mention this. In that server, there is more people than just them. Okay, there was by what I could tell, there's at least 10 people in that server. Or in that specific channel. It wasn't just them. If you're trying to accuse them. This part's messed up. Okay, so it was a note. P0358, admin of the Remnant Fleet Discord server and in charge of Titanfall Online. Self-proclaimed good hacker who can fix all exploits in Titanfall. He and his associates have worked over the span of years to target Titanfall, so they accuse him, here again, saying, hey, he is the person who is hacking this game, who's DDoSing this game. This is a direct... Oh my god. This document's so stupid. So they're accusing PO, Dogecoin Stake, and Red Shield for the hacking of Apex Legends and the blacklisting of Titanfall 1 and 2. Okay. Multiple times he gave information about Heyooooo to people with the intention to instigate witch hunts. This led to doxing and harassment of individuals and the entire family. Thought to be even the entire family. Their personal information, such as but not limited to passport. Oh my, yeah. All that was doxed. Me personally, I have seen this. That person is doxed. Down to everything. I believe. It's bad. Dogecoin develops and sells cheats for different video games, including Apex Legends. He's also involved with the TFO project and is researching more vulnerabilities in Titanfall 1, 2, and Apex Legends. Okay. Mr. Stake develops, sells cheats for different video games, including... He is also involved... Okay. That's a copy and paste. Never mind. Admin of the... Red Shield is the admin of the Remnant Fleet Discord server and a longtime friend of P0358. Although he was not involved in the technical aspects of the plan, he has a major hand in their planning and execution in the public eye. The evidence disproves this, but we'll keep going. All right, so we got evidence. Now, this is not the official evidence folder. Keep this in mind. I don't know if I'll ever go over the evidence folder. It's a long video, but I could dissect this in probably 40 minutes. All right. So, their lies, manipulation, and campaign of misinformation. Okay. So, now your point is to make me believe they have been lying to us. PO is not our savior. He's a piece of trash. Okay? That's what you're trying to make me believe now. These people are all pieces of garbage. They're legit hackers. On July 4th, Apex Legends was hacked to display a message containing a link to this website. In Remnant Fleet, anytime a new member joins, they are greeted with this message. Reminder that we had nothing to do with the Apex Legends hacker. We publicly disavowed them, and they have admitted that they have nothing to do with our site. We are completely unaffiliated with us. If you're here to flame, please leave us alone. Okay, so first off, in this one sentence right here, they have admitted that they have nothing to do with our site. That means they have talked to them. The hackers have talked to them, which we will find out later. I'm not gonna spoil that. But they were very quick to make sure everyone knew they had nothing to do with the incident on that day. Okay, all this is a reminder. Please, it's not us. It's not anyone in the server. It's not us who's doing it. It's someone else. It's largely just the fact that there's problems with the servers that Respawn keeps in their games. True. Well, this was pretty surprising to us. Yeah. This is all just saying, yeah, we don't know who it was. Now, I don't know if Red Shield knew who it was, but in my belief so far, I believe P0 knew on the day of or the day before. I wouldn't say any time before that, maybe at most a week. But it doesn't seem like he had any sort of involvement so far. We'll say that so far. Anything is subject to change of what I'm saying. Most of it is. So, would you buy it regardless? It's not us doing it anyways, because now it's a public site. What the heck is going on? You all should only blame Respawn for this. Someone hacked Apex game with message to save Titanfall, and they're pissed because they think it's us, even though it's clearly not. So, no idea, probably some Russians. Okay, as we will find out, I think Steak and Dogecoin are Russians. But, okay, they lied. Okay, big thing right here. They lied. By the way, whoever did the dates right here, bad job. Bad job. I will say that. Makes it a little hard to dissect. Like, I can't tell if that's on... I guess that would be February 2nd? February 4th. I don't know. Anyways. I mean, there's literally no stamps for this. This is the 4th of July. 4th of July, apparently. I don't think any of this tech would work on other EA games, but theoretically it might be possible with the Apex. There's a lot of different ways to crash these lobbies in Titanfall 1. Even if they patch 1 or 2 out of Apex, there's probably still more. They barely tried to hide how they truly felt and what mattered to them. Attention. Just gonna highlight that. And they were willing to throw anyone under the bus to get that. Red Shield and PO were by far not the only offenders in the damage that this group has done to the Titanfall community. But they were the most vocal. Their hubris will be their downfall. This line right here, yeah, I could say this to the authors themselves so far. Yeah, I digress. I like to say, as founder of the server, I appreciate you all being here, blah, blah, blah. Okay, nothing really important. I got pretty angry with that. Because the state of the Titanfall games doesn't come without bad will from Respawn. People should be aware of that. 2 at least works for most people usually, but 1 is annihilated for so long. Yeah, 1's been down. Yeah. And this ain't really nothing new. They were just gaining a lot of people. Originally, SaveTitanfall.com was a partnership between different Titanfall communities united to bring attention to the state of the games and give accurate information about the problems. Unfortunately, they decided to put their personal goals, promoting their server and personal Titanfall community project, above the good of the game, and instead took advantage of the hard work of others when it was convenient for them. Okay. So I'm going to highlight this entire thing right here. Because from my understanding, it looked like some disagreement between the two and they parted way. This does not look like you're saying, oh, they decided to put personal goals. Well, dude, if they're trying to make a game, then you know, you want to promote your game, right? We'll get to that later. Generally, 2018, February 2019, when the game was unplayable, but it started a few months earlier. The group we know was notorious for being annoying to the Titanfall community in many ways before that. Generally, Save Titanfall website has more info to it. Yeah. So if y'all parted away anyways, and y'all had bad blood, why would he put that? I don't get it. Okay. But when it was more convenient for them to throw Save Titanfall project under the bus, they jumped on the opportunity. No offense to anyone, but this entire website is immortalizing GNU's legacy. It is. This line is actually true. I don't know what he expected to get out of this, or the authors expected to get out of this, but that's true. This thing will be forever immortalized in like internet history. You know, this line is nothing. This line is nothing. This line should just be completely taken out. Sorry. Everything was deliberate and planned in advance, and they almost got away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling kids. Sorry, I had to do it. The community deserves the truth. Could we make sure that they understand the remnant fleet is innocent? Got me kind of scared, to be honest. Okay, so this is I'm guessing this is shortly after what happened with them. They're trying to make sure the remnant fleet is not getting blamed for this. Red Shield, as we do know of now, he didn't know what was happening. It seems like he was completely in the dark. So they go, why so scared? There's no reason to be afraid of the truth. Well, listen, hey, you want to talk about Wanty over there? You know, that other author? But, you know, I digress again. Everything contained in this report has been extensively documented through screenshots, in addition to screen recordings of the conversations, which is in the evidence folder. Each piece of evidence has a corresponding file number. The single screenshot per entry is only a small snippet of the entire conversation, and as such are labeled for ease of browsing. All right, here's one of the most fatal mistakes that led to questioning. Why did you try to make this document short? Is the question. No. If you're trying to accuse someone, you go all out. You don't say, oh, well, I'm going to put it in a different folder so you can read later on. This document is already misleading. Because you expect me to go by just these screenshots alone. Okay, someone might come to Apex or Titanfall 2 and do the same shit. Tell them that if they don't sort their shit out, that someone might come to Apex or Titanfall 2 and do the same shit with the bigger player base. This is in 2019. This looks like the January, February, March, April, May, June. I fucking hate myself. I fucking hate myself. I'm dumb, bro. So that's from 2019. Does this have any sort of relevance? No. It's 2021. It's 2021. I'm sorry. This absolutely has no relevance. He's talking about, yo, they could do this thing to Titanfall 2 as well. It is possible. He's saying it is possible. Okay? They need to fix it. That's what this line is saying. How is this supposed to be, oh man, this is so going to convince me? This is not convincing me of anything. Let's keep going. Please kill R2. Now this is Heyooooo, the Reddit guy, Reddit moderator for the Titanfall. Please kill R2. I don't know how far that went. I don't know if they even went through with that plan. Maybe they did. Having both Titanfall games completely locked down would be interesting. I hope he does. When I confronted the guy who was killing game by cheating and stealing accounts. He outright said that he will go after Titanfall 2. I've heard that there is nothing we can do. At least we will have the campaign. And then Red Shield goes, that'd be really interesting, having both Titanfall games and half of Respawn's titles completely locked down, unplayable. Especially since the Titanfall 2 fan base is one of the loudest, most vocal fan bases I've seen. That is true. We are very vocal. Very, very vocal. So this really doesn't say anything as well. This is since they're loud and vocal. Yeah. If all this succeeds, we will need to thank Genu. True. I remember when there was Titanfall Pugs and then Titanfall Shelter. If this all succeeds, we will need to thank Genu for reviving the game that would naturally go dead without him. That will piss him off. So they're here where context is missing. I will say context is missing. They are talking about how the like the hacking, they want Respawn to get involved. So honestly, if he were to hack Titanfall 2 or something like that, it might force Respawn to action and they'll actually come back and fix it. Which did seem like a good plan. So if all this succeeds, we will need to thank Genu. Yeah. Okay. Plotting to utilize media outrage to bring awareness. Maybe we can get him to say something about trans people. Okay, Hinaconic, dude, you're kind of a ding, but not just a ding, but like, no. Red Shield trying to get a job at Respawn. Okay, here I will just say this: trying to get a job at Respawn, being a fan, is totally illegal. It's totally illegal. I don't know why. Red Shield, you know what? You're guilty. You're guilty. If you don't play me a guitar solo, you're done. You're done. You're guilty. I don't care. You're guilty. Okay? What are you doing? What are you doing? Nah, for real though. People trying to get a job at Respawn has nothing to do with this. It has nothing to do with this. Let the man try for a job. Damn. What the hell? The negative repercussions of the Titanfall 2 DDoS. Alright. Well, if we mess up Titanfall 2 and Respawn doesn't care, we have ruined 2 games. Okay, so they're actually discussing here, what if they do take down Titanfall 2 to force Respawn into action. Okay, so it's not like that either. Keeping a game taken down in this case will be a continuous and active process. Genu bots are running all the time. If you want to conduct something like this, it should be temporary, maybe 24 or 48 hours, and then stop. And also have a clear message on why and what do we want. I wouldn't put any names on that. Also, going longer could give them time to look into what's happening and actually fix that. And something tells me they would only fix that one way or another in Titanfall 2 only as the immediate response at least. Okay, so here is the kind of twist. Your evidence goes against your evidence, okay? We know that Genu, quote unquote Genu, wants to permanently bring down Titanfall to its knees. Yet in this case, PO wants to bring the game, or they are discussing wanting to bring the game down for a limited time only, just so it'll get Respawn to action. Because they want Respawn to help the game. Now, if PO was Genu, why would he say that? Why would he say that? That is so... The motives are so counterintuitive. If Genu is trying to completely destroy Titanfall, and PO's like, well, you know what? We can hack this game for a little while. Maybe it'll get Respawn to do something. But we'll only do it temporary and, Respawn will come back and fix it. This is a thought in their head. I don't know if this plan actually came to fruition, but it's just a thought. if this dude was really Genu, by the way, he also wouldn't, in a group of friends who know who he is Genu by chance, he would not be saying Genu. He would be saying my bots are running all the time. He would be using things that are directly related to him. I, my, me, you are Genu or something like that. Your bots are running all the time. There is no, we'll keep going. I'm gonna highlight this part because it's stupid. Anyways, baiting Genu into attacking Titanfall 2. I mean, personally, messing with Titanfall 2 would be a bad idea and a waste of time and effort. So he's putting it down. He's like, nah. The proper way to handle this move would be to somehow encourage/bait Genu into attacking Titanfall 2. And if we know any vulnerabilities, we could talk about them publicly in general. For example, Genu, if he's here, might get some inspiration for that. Also, some people here who linked Titanfall 2, like Wanty might have, or who liked, I guess it's liked Titanfall 2, like Wanty might eject. So it's more of a meme than a legit strategy. To me, it doesn't seem like this actually gained traction or fruition. I don't know. Maybe more will come out after the accused in here document. Destroying Titanfall for the benefit of Titanfall Online. I'm gonna highlight this one because this one's pretty stupid as well. It's not like we're gonna say, oh, hey, it's us behind the project. We destroyed your favorite game, so play ours. Have a nice day. Pretty convinced that pleading to any actions like these would be a bad move. Too bad I didn't leave Genu any contact information back in the day when he asked. Okay. Boom. There you go. Too bad I didn't leave Genu any contact information back in the day when he asked. That is a big line for more reasons than one. Because it says, hey, Genu is an entirely different person than me. That's what this is pretty much saying. You could, if the person was truly Genu, he would have probably messed up by now. He would have messed up his wording by now. So that you could tell. So this is very, very, very weird. So this is what I was talking about at the beginning, is the evidence going against the evidence. This is what exactly is happening. By the way, not to mention that destroying Titanfall for the benefit of Titanfall Online, the worst thing we could do is have TFO get painted as a group seeking to destroy what little remains of Respawn's work. There's context behind this, because in all honesty, I think in the evidence folder, which I'll have to go over, the evidence folder, the reason why they want Titanfall 1 dead, or essentially would like it to be dead, is because it would draw more hype and promotion to the project itself. Which is true. That's how marketing goes. If you're making a remaster, we're going to go with Dead Space because everyone's really hyped about Dead Space. Dead Space, you wait, X amount of years, blah, 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 and then you revive it, after it's done, dead and gone. And then people are like, whoa, dude, this is awesome. So, yes, this would really benefit them financially. And also, not mentally, but, it could be an awesome thing. And, they could have a whole new different game. So, I digress. From fighting the evil hacker to sabotage against the game creators. I love that the wording implies that we influence Respawn to stop work on their game. Let's stop Titanfall 3's development next. That was on February 9th. This server is going to be like a good character gone bad story. From fighting the evil hacker to sabotage against the game creators. They always say if you can't beat them, join them, but they never thought that you might not have a choice. So here, they're talking about, hey, we're going, let's become the bad guys. They're thinking about it. Okay, now we get on to the little bit of the juicy part. Apex lobby reset exploit, which resets the level to lobby. Okay, so yeah, Apex. They're talking about the Apex thing in the Remnant Fleet server. The conversation started with Mr. Steak talking about not being able to forgive one of Respawn's new sins in the form of an improvement to the engine. He says that if you watch cheater reports in Apex, that you can find what he's referring to, and that it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. So how could one mistake over and under? I will take a look at the TFO in that regard at one point, because we might have a little fun problem once someone will also figure this out. So that's Mr. Steak right there with the Amogus characters. Some instances being targeted in Titanfall 2. Okay. This is the funny part. Okay. As we know right now, there is this alert right here, disconnect, it says username and an overflowed reliable channel. Okay. That is the one instance of a report of this. There is what is it? Read packet entities, which is a direct DDoS. And then there is connection to server timeout. 2 of those belong to Gnu right now. Connection server timeout and what was the read packet entities? This one is directly, so far from what I've seen, this is directly done by Mr. Steak. No, I have no contest on this. This is directly done by Mr. Steak. And he did eventually admit to it. But it's only on this date. Now, since I'm guessing he lives in a different country, it probably did span over 2 days, maybe into the period of 2 days. Who knows? So, this one's a little weird. But more testing of the exploit used to crash streamers' lobbies. What we used on people in Apex is a different thing. It never did an overflow, as you saw. Only script errors on the client. I don't know which executor precisely. Lies to Eurogamer and DDoS Titanfall 2 streamers. Red Shield asked Mr. Steak about what information should be revealed to journalist Wesley Yimpool, working for Eurogamer.net. Mr. Steak clearly says that he is the author of the attack on the streamers. Okay. How much information should I reveal to Eurogamer on the Titanfall 2 and Apex Legends can be crashed? Is there any amount that we're comfortable with? So, right here, I would like to say they are discussing, what information should we give out? And there's multiple reasons why you want to do this. One, you don't want to give quote-unquote Gnu more information than he needs right now. If he can somehow figure out to crash the game, he probably would. So you don't want to give out too much information, exploits and stuff like that to the man, because it can be very destructive. So contemplating on this is a very good move by Red Shield. I will say that. But let's keep going. Don't talk about Apex at all. You can say there's a high possibility the same thing can happen to Titanfall 2 as well. Can I share one of the screenshots of the error message when you tested it the other day on R2? And so Red Shield does know about this in particular. Yeah, you can even share it happening to the other guy, the dumb purple cat. So Mr. Steak is very much guilty of this right here. The overflowed reliable channel error is caused by Mr. Steak. So far, we have not seen it since then. There may have been a couple localized ones. I don't know. Apparently there was, but only a few. It's not like a total like DDoS or anything like that. But We haven't seen any more of this error in particular. I can't even click on that. Damn. So this one's really funny. A quote from the article: more recently, Titanfall 2 began to suffer crashes too, seemingly due to a player or players overwhelming a server by sending commands en masse to it. The affected server will start to lag and players won't be able to move. Then if the threshold is hit, players will be disconnected. Is this the work of Gnu? No one knows for sure. Whether it's actually Gnu or someone who's imitating Gnu, or perhaps superstition, is to debate. According to Red Shield, this new series of Titanfall 2 crashes was targeted specifically at streamers and is thought to put Respawn into action. Okay, so here's another BS part of this document. Titanfall 1 being dead is favorable to TFO. I heard gossips they know what's wrong with Titanfall 1 from the technical side, but well, they know it's broken in general and didn't do anything for 2 years, so nothing may change just as well. Honestly, T1 dead is in favor of TFO. Okay, let me get through people's head. Okay, and I'm not saying anyone who's viewing this video is dumb or anything of that nature. This is marketing 101. and when I say marketing 101, this is truly peak marketing 101. They have a game that is a project, sorry, that is almost exactly identical to Titanfall 1. Now, if you're making a game with cosmetics and stuff like that, cool mods, and it's a copy and pasta of another game, wouldn't you want that game to be dead so more people would miss it? So that way you can get more people to play your game? You see where I'm going here? You see where I'm going here? This shouldn't have even been added. If he knows what's wrong with it, if he's the so-called DDoSer, he would probably just keep making it unplayable at this point. But hey, this is a great document so far. Attacking servers and exploits. But now it's the only issue Respawn can fix. Okay, so they're saying Respawn can only touch this. This is not them. So this is Stake saying this, by the way. This is Stake who caused the overflow reliable channel error. Surprised it wasn't used the first time around, to be honest, since in TF2 it took us they are actually, I think he's talking about Team Fortress 2 or I don't know, a few days until we stumbled upon that randomly, because there was 3 of us independently lagging the server, so we ended up asserting it XD. Okay, XD right here is just XD. Okay, I didn't understand what that meant the first time, so leave me alone. Okay. Conversation where Mr. Stake admits being involved with those attacks on Apex Legends terminally, presumably with the user known as Toofy, whom in previous conversation Mr. Stake admitted to letting take the blame for the cheats. This one's this is misleading. This is misleading. For more than one reason. I know who is doing all of that. I was involved in finding the side effects. One of the turning codes or the dev builds test access. Attacks on Apex Legends Part 2. A conversation between P0358 and Mr. Stake about the recent, at the time, attacks on Apex Legends. TFO refers to the Titanfall Online project, and R1 refers. That would be unfortunate, because these Apex pros deserve this for bitching about Respawn looking into Titanfall after ignoring it for so many years, and saying they only care about Titanfall and their last 50 tweets were all about Apex. I don't know. Would probably turn out better for TFO if R1 wasn't fixed, which is true. I can't tell you how much this benefits them if it wasn't. The screenshot is super blurry, but he is in there. Because I think someone leaked the code, but something like that. Because the game is an exact copy pasta. It's a copy pasta. Okay? Doesn't matter. Alright, blames on Toofy. Big one here. Okay. Jinyu likes to make himself known. Reminds me of the Toofy situation. He has erectile dysfunction. What do you mean? Toofy just does it for fun. We just blame like 99% shit on him, and now he's the enemy of Apex. He's talking about he's talking about most of like the community, man. Okay, people just blamed everything on Toofy. Gosh dang it, it was Toofy who done this. Gosh dang it, it was Toofy who done that. You know, it wasn't like oh, he's just blaming it all on Toofy. No. Alright. P0358 wants Titanfall to stay dead and can. Alright, big word here. Can make that happen. Low-key, I want R1 to stay dead. Yes, because it would benefit, as we've seen before, here, right here, as well, it would probably turn out better for TFO if R1 wasn't fixed. Well, I could make that happen myself too. I wonder what they changed this time. If it's dumb mitigation as before. So he doesn't know what exactly they changed yet. But oh my gosh. But he can make this happen. Did he make this happen? We don't know. There is no actual evidence that he did do the DDoSing or, you know, the intentional crashing. So let's keep going. Mr. Jake cheats in Apex but is useful in Titanfall. Okay. Everyone develops cheats. Mr. Steak develops cheats. Cheating angry. Oh no, not you too. He's been one of the best developers on these projects. Apex under attack by us. Apex is mostly under attack by us, but they have like a quadrillion times more servers. They are dynamically spinning up, so it's hard to get any reaction from the general public apart from streamers like Shiv FPS. Man, you be talking about my man Shiv FPS? Okay, IP. I'm gonna go past that because I don't want to expose IPs. Y'all probably pause the video and get them, so my bad. These IPs are used for attacks in the recent days. 2 of them confirms this DDoS rather than DOS. Lols, they have a network. So yeah. Discussing throwing leads about Jinyu to IGN journalists. I can't tell who that is. Damn it, there's IP down there. Would be nice to at the very least to get people that still think that Israel should throw them the original leads about Jinyu. Would be nice at the very least to get the people that still think that his real identity to shut up. PO giving the IP address of the hackers to an IGN journalist. He's a journalist. PO giving the IP addresses of the hackers in the DMs. By the way, not to mention that he also gave out the IPs somewhere else and another server and a more public server, one that specifically has creators in it. I don't know. They were telling you where he is and stuff like that. I digress though. Well, before I digress, I'll just say that really has nothing to it. Those 2 lines there have nothing to it. Mr. Steak using wallhack Apex Legends. Mr. Steak cheating in Apex Legends with Dogecore among other players. Okay, so he is cheater. Dogecore testing unblacklist methods. So I guess he's trying to test unblacklist. I don't really know what this means. There's no context behind it. We needed context. There is no context. Mr. Steak hacking text in Apex Legends, showing screenshots of himself changing text in the game. Alright. Yes, he is changing text. He's done this. How dare you, Mr. Steak. Apex Legends 4th of July preparation. All right. Now, this is a big part. This is a big part. All right. Are you ready for Operation Save Titanfall.com? Never mind. This one's big. Because he puts that in the Remnant Fleet server with like 10 plus people. That in a private channel. So it's not just him who said that. So this is... As we learn later on, Dogecoin and Wanty had a conversation. That's where the SaveTitanfall.com comes from. Wow, I wonder where I got this document from. I wonder. PO doesn't want to fix everything for free. This was said in the creator circuit, I believe. Like, as much as I want y'all to help them, you can't be expected to work for free. Yeah, like, I couldn't help them fix them all, but fuck, I don't want to do it for free after all the shit and insults I get from their players. I mean, if I'm doing a massive amount of work for a company, or trying to, you know, and if by chance that my thing actually does work, they should, yeah, I don't want to do it for free, man. Slide me a little something. Slide me a pizza, a sub, something. Man. This line has no real, if you want me to be honest here, this line has nothing real in it. This is fake. This is just fake news. Alright. PO gets a follow from Respawn Dev, makes Red Shield proud. This has nothing real to it. Maybe they should have someone take care of Titanfalls and their maintenance as part-time or something. I got the follow. Yo, I feel so proud. My baby hacker is turning into a man. By the way, this is in the creator circuit, where everyone knows that these people can mess with coding. Let me just get this straight. These same authors know that these guys can mess with coding or slash are exceptional hackers. Okay? Y'all were teaming with them for the longest and then y'all just turned your back on them. What? What? Let's keep going. Apex Legends July 4th hack emails. I can't see that. Mr. Steak cheating in Apex Legends. Discord uses Minhook. I use the overlay injector in all my things. That's quite funny. Okay. Thanks, Titanfall 2 hacker man. Sentiment about the incident on our Titanfall is turning around. Of course. Now that Titanfall 2 is under attack as well. Thanks, Titanfall 2 hacker man. Don't. Thank Genu. Doubt it's him. So Dogecoin is like, no. This one's a little funny and needs context. This one needs a little bit more context to it. I will say that. This one is actually pretty decent. Hold on. Do we have different colors? This is by far the most decent one right here. Because of the wording. You want to know the context to it because of how this is worded. Don't. Thank Genu. Because that can be taken in multiple ways. Okay? It can be taken in multiple ways as if, yo, don't thank him. Don't thank me. Thank Genu for, putting me into action. Or something like that. So, or it could be, don't. I'm not the one hacking it. Thank Genu. Or something like that. But he said, doubt it's him. So, it also seems like he doesn't know that. He doesn't think that it's Dogecoin. It's really funny. Okay. Benefiting from Titanfall shutting down and being removed from sales. I think we'd actually benefit from Respawn shutting R1 down and removing it from sales. Okay. Hold on. We'll go back to yellow because that's another stupid point. Yellow. Stupid point. I should mark it in red. Alright. Stupid point. Alright. They are making a project called Titanfall Online. R1 is referring to Titanfall 1. If I am making a copy pasta of a game that is 7, 8 years old, do I really want it online? I wonder. I wonder. Allusions to PO not being the only hacker. Because PO is probably one of those people. Yes, but I wasn't the only one. Okay. Another thing, too. I should probably... You know what? I should have been using colors for all this all along. We're going to color this in pink. Context. Where context is missing. Don't want to hurt TFO's future by attacking Respawn. Okay, so a journalist is asking me why we parted ways with Save Titanfall. And I'm wondering if I can mention the secret project at all, which is talking about TFO, and whether I should mention the concerns of harassment in some diplomatic way. The reason I'm wondering about the latter is so it wouldn't serve as an encouragement to some. I didn't really catch that before. And whether I should mention the concerns of harassment in some diplomatic way. That one's a funny line. I ignored that line before, but that's actually kind of funny. Harassment. That would be something that needs more clarification. So I'm going to put this half purple because I'm interested. Because that would mean, because I think we should have some unified public position on this for now. Because that would be the main reason, right? We want to work on TFO and don't want to hurt its future by attacking Respawn. And the second is Angry Apex Kid, who associated every downtime of Apex with Save Titanfall now. Even if it's Respawn fucking up on their own. Oh, okay. No, never mind. I get it. No, never mind. I get it. I will erase that. No. Boop. Boo. Okay. No, I get it now. Okay. So I should have just read the last part. So they're talking about the harassment from like just random people. They want to know why they parted ways with Save Titanfall. I to this day don't know the reason why they did. I mean, this one line is kind of funny because that would be the main reason, right? We work on TFO and don't want to hurt its future by attacking Respawn. So is this saying that they are the ones hurting? Like the other group is hurting Titanfall? Save Titanfall? I don't know. The second is an angry Apex Kid who associates every downtime of Apex with Save Titanfall now. Even if it's Respawn fucking up on their own. Yes, okay. Titanfall is playable for now until TFO is ready. I think at this point, R1 might be more of a conservation point than R2, considering it's at the heart of recent news. It's certainly not more than a conversation point while it's not playable for now. That is until TFO is ready. Okay, so TFO as of now, as I know of now, is still not ready. Nor if it's even been worked on. So, ooh, like I said, if I was P0, Red Shield, Stake, or Dogecore, would I even want Titanfall 1 online when my project comes out? The answer for marketing purposes is no. No. It brings more attention to my project, my game, and gets people to try out different things. PO aware of his IP ban. Damn, I feel like I should complain on Twitter to get my IP unbanned, but then it's a shadow ban after all. So if I tell it, I could spoil the fact that it's not supposed to be known. On the other hand, I already had it in my status on Discord, so Gnu probably seen it anyways. Talks about Gnu in third person. I should just publish this thing, but I don't know what else to do. Or to ask him for quality of life fixes. He's talking about his Medium post. Okay, and that's the end. That's the end. So, in this document, anyone, honestly, this is my conclusion of this document so far. Because the evidence folder is long. Okay. We're going to go back up. We'll actually go with the first highlight. Okay. Their campaign of misinformation led to many victims due to doxing and harassment. Pretty sure that wasn't it, but okay. Yeah, it was. Okay. So, no. We don't know if we have Genu or not. To me, it does not seem like they are Genu. Even though there's really shoddy evidence, and I'm saying shoddy because it's terrible. You have nothing directly in this document relating that they are the hackers, by the way. Nothing. You got Dogecore and Stake, and Stake actually admits to it in the Red Shield interview. But, no. Okay, the following individuals are directly responsible. Only two are. Only two are so far. The other two don't seem to be involved, or as involved. It seems like Red Shield didn't even know about it, and I figure PO maybe knew about it a week before at max. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I'm right. I don't know. But you also accuse them in this document of blacklisting streamers. And that, for the most part, as I've seen in this document, is not true. Honestly, if it seems like if they wanted to take this game down, they could. If they wanted to take Titanfall 1 and Titanfall 2 down, they could. And with little issue. If they wanted to make you not even like play the game and probably like crash the game or something, it seems like these people could do it. And way more effective than quote unquote Genu could. Just by the overflow reliable channel error. From what I heard, and I could be wrong, that makes you not even load the multiplayer. Now, as we know with the DDoSing in Titanfall 1 and Titanfall 2 to be specific, you can load into the multiplayer lobby. But when you try to get into the multiplayer game, your game will freeze up essentially. If this really was them DDoSing the game, I'm pretty sure they would just stop you from launching the multiplayer if they wanted to just let it die. I don't see them, I can't see them being the DDoSers. Now, Mr. Stake did do the overflow reliable channel error. He is guilty of that. He is guilty of the March 12th, and I believe he is admitted to that. If he's not admitted to that, it looks very, very, very bad on him. But that seems it so far. There's nothing else in that nature that says, hey, he's more responsible than what he says, or something like that, So this is misleading right here, for more reasons than one. PO looks, in this, you actually give PO more fire to kind of hit y'all back, because some of the evidence goes against itself / has room for more thought. There's nothing solid in this document, really, as I've been saying before. They have successfully spread misinformation regarding the identity of the infamous hacker Genu. Okay, so here you make it sound like, yo, this is not actually Genu. This is not actually Genu, okay? If these people are saying they got Genu and you're saying it's not Genu, then who is he? If you're saying this is not Genu, then where's your proof? Where's your proof? You don't have that proof there. So it's still them just saying, yo, this is Genu. This is confirmed. While you say, wow, he's totally innocent. This is just some random people or whatever. Okay. So who is he actually? Do you have proof that he's not Genu then? So this one is funny. These individuals began planning months beforehand. It does not seem like it. They probably, if anything, they probably planned the Apex thing in a different server. But as far as I've seen, no, it doesn't look like they've planned anything in relation to the DDoSing. It doesn't look like that at all. We've been new that P0358 and multiple others can take down the servers practically whenever they want to. Because they are hackers. Simple as that. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. Because, you know, some hackers are good hackers. They're modders. You know. And I'm not trying to say, yo, modders are bad too or anything like that. Modders are good. But there's also hackers for good. There are hackers for bad and there are hackers for good. And there's a really blurred line between it. But like I said, if they wanted to take this game down, if they wanted to take Titanfall 1, Titanfall 2 down, they could have done it already. They way could have done it. But see, you're saying they're directly responsible and then you don't have enough evidence in this folder. He and his associated worked over the years to target Titanfall 1, 2, and Apex Legends. There's no proof of that. There is nothing in here that says, yo, they are totally responsible for this. No, there is nothing. TFO is literally a copy paste of Titanfall 1, as far as I know. Maybe I'm wrong. Feel free to correct that. P0 or anyone else associated to him. Yeah. This led to the, they're talking about Genu. This led to the doxing and harassment of individuals and even an entire family thought to be behind the attacks. Okay. So, like I said above, if you know it's not Genu, then give us proof. You're saying innocent. You're saying innocent people. But I don't understand. I don't think they should be harassing an entire family. I definitely don't. I don't agree with the doxing of anyone. But this is a very funny part of this. I don't know why this part exists. And then at the same time you try to hit Red Shield. You point him as an associate right here. I'll just put pink right there. Associate, right? And then you say above directly responsible. Associate should have been probably up at the top. It probably should have been before PO. Because that's very important when trying to trying to pin someone as responsible, you know what I'm saying? Man. And in this document, their lies manipulation campaign of misinformation. Nothing in this for me, as I've looked through all the evidence, which I will probably go through again, does not look like lies, manipulation, and campaign of information. There's almost nothing in here. Maybe the one thing with the journal was a little funny, but that's it. The fact that we are still trying to pin this on them with no real evidence is kind of funny. We can blame them for March 12th. We can blame Mr. Steak for March 12th. And we can also come to the conclusion that Mr. Steak and Dogecoin did have very heavy involvement, if not directly involved, in July 4th. So, where's PO and Red Shield in this? Nowhere. Almost nowhere. In my honest opinion, I believe P0 is like 90% innocent. And what do I mean 90% innocent? I believe he did know about, the hack before. Maybe, like I said, up to a week before. But it doesn't seem like he like knew what was actually going on until like the day of or something like that. He's like, what? Doesn't seem. Plus, with the wording in this too, it doesn't seem like he is Genu, because he always talks about Genu in third person. Unless he's really careful with this wording, he's always talking about Genu in third person. We will need to thank Genu for reviving the game. Thank Genu. Genu. He's not saying me. If he's in a private server with all his trusted people, he would say, "Oh yeah, we'll need to thank me," or something like that. Blah blah blah. Or, yeah, my bots have been running around destroying Titanfall 1. Stuff like that. There's nothing like that. And this part too, Red Shield trying to get a job. You're fronting someone for trying to get a job at Respawn. Dude, there's a lot of people who love this company. Still to this day. Even though what's going on with the 5-year-old game right now. Which I won't even begin to roast. Someone getting a job is not this should have been taken out. There's nothing. There's a lot of nothing in this. But I will end this video with this, man. And this is an unedited video, unedited thoughts. Please feel free in the comment section below to like refute my points and, debate. Friendly debates. No negative debates. This shouldn't have even came out. And you might be like, Marky, what? There are more than one reason why I'm saying that. One, we put people on the pedestal. The authors of this, and I'm including every author, even though one of the authors apparently, this one in particular, Ishii, was said to be added last minute, but there's evidence provided from your server, so you're just in here. It doesn't matter. In particular, like, first you let UEG know about this, and you broke the video. Okay, I don't mind y'all breaking the video if y'all were correct, if y'all hit this on the needle, but y'all didn't. This document comes nowhere close to hitting this on the needle. Right on the needle. It's like you reach in and you find the needle in the haystack within a second of like reaching in. And I'm talking about it's the most giant haystack there is. It's a mile long. This comes nowhere close. This document is really bad. And I mean, by what I mean really bad, I mean it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. This does not... You do not convince me, the reader, to blame P0358, as you say. People also made videos about this. Mr. UEG with 267,000 views on his video. We also have Mr. Modin make a video, but he took it down. And I respect that. I honestly do. Saying P0358 is a hacker in the thumbnail. In the thumbnail. Do you know how much harassment they have suffered because of this one document alone? And you're talking about the harassment of Genu. I hope you realize that if these people come out to be innocent, or at least PO, I think Steak and Dogecoin would, or 99% guilty. It's going to be misery. It's going to be and to put it the lightest terms, it's going to be a shit show. Because so far, what it looks to me as is that y'all had really shoddy evidence. Y'all can't say he's Genu. You can't pin him to the DDoSing. You can't really pin anything to him. There is nothing that sticks in this entire document. And yet you're going with they are directly responsible as said below. Where is it? Yeah, they're directly responsible. If you're at least going to make them directly responsible, have the evidence to back it up. None of this evidence backs it up. And actually, in the evidence folder, you help their case. You help make their case. You do not have keywords in there, in your evidence, like I did, or I did this, I did that, blah, 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 blah. When it comes to the case of P0358, there is nothing that sticks with him. Stake in Dogecoin, yes. March 12th is solely their fault. And that's all we can get them on currently. It's March 12th. You have nothing else. And I mean entirely nothing else. You can pin them on. Well, also, sorry, you can pin them on Apex. Because there is admittance to it. There is legit nothing else you can pin them on. The DDoSing of the Titanfall games, there's nothing in here that would suggest that. They can take down this game at any time. And I said this before. They can take down Titanfall 1, Titanfall 2 practically anytime that they want. But did they do it? They talked about it. They talked about it. They talked about it. But did it come to fruition? It's like me saying, I use my cat, for example, and all my viewers know my cat's name is Gizmo. Okay, I can throw Gizmo to the wall. I can pet my cat Gizmo. Or I did pet my cat Gizmo. Now, which one is action? Can or did? Did is the action. I did pet my cat. There's key wording in this missing. There's context missing on top of that. And in the evidence folder, it's even worse. And then saying utilizing private channels? Dude, there's like 10 or 20 people in these private channels. Like I said, if he was Genu and he was talking to like a group of friends, he would be referring to him as I, my, me. Or you, or something like that. To say, hey, they're Genu. But no, Genu is always referred to as a third person. They don't know who Genu is. Or they do know who Genu is, but they have like almost zero, I wouldn't say zero idea, but it's like they know who he is, but they can't do anything about him at the same time. So, or either they don't know who he is, and they haven't talked to him. PO knows who he is. That is confirmed, but they haven't talked, as far as we know. So you're also missing that information. This document shouldn't have been released. The video from UEG shouldn't have been released. This needed way more evidence to it. Even the authors should have asked the accused here, what's going on? It does not seem like it. It does not seem like it or anything like that. And then comes to find out Wanty. Oh man, Wanty. And then we got Mr. Spread Misinformation over here. I just wish people would take a look before we hive-minded on an individual, and went for herd mentality. Because This by far is the most stupidest fucking document I've ever read in my entire life. And I've seen exposed docs. Okay? They have legitimate evidence tied to it that we can make our assumptions about. I did this, I did that, blah, 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 blah. End the story. There you go. Congratulations, you got your exposed doc. This was an exposed doc, but it was terrible. Not only did you leave room for interpretation, you told me to connect the dots in this document. And when I connected the dots did not form a good picture. And so I guess I'm just stuck on why this was even released yet without more proper evidence. I'm literally stuck on that. And I'm sad to say that. Oh man. I don't even know what more to say. But guys, thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to be doing a series on this. Next time we'll probably go over the evidence folder. I may talk about... Well, yeah, I think I'll just go in order. I'll talk over the evidence folder. Just for a little bit, maybe. There's not too much good stuff in there. Most of it actually helps the accused. And we're calling him the accused right now. The accused case. Some of the evidence actually directly helps them. A lot of this document is left up to interpretation. None of it sticks, really. This document should have at least been 20 pages shorter. Because almost... That's a little bad to say. Yeah, this document should have been 20 pages shorter because... Yeah. This document is just filled... in my opinion, it's actually... It's insulting to me, the reader, to read this because I feel like I'm being misled by the authors themselves. So, oh man, chat. I mean, not chat. Oh my gosh, I'm not on stream. But guys, we're in for a very long ride, and I feel like the peak is not even here. We're not even at, you know, the mountaintop yet of this. We're not even there. This situation is going to get more twisted and more twisted. Please, for anyone out there, make sure you do your due diligence. Make sure you take your research in. I'm not asking you to trust what I say. I'm just asking you to read through what I say. Okay? Just hear it. I'm no lawyer. But I know when I can tell when stuff makes sense. Okay? I got common sense. At least I think I do. This document is not good. By any means. And I'm not sticking up for the hackers. I'm not sticking up for the authors. The authors had, you know, two or three good points in this. But everything else is no. There's nothing. If you were single-handedly trying to convince me in this document to believe that Mr. Steak and Dogecore were guilty, this document hits it right on the dot. It hits it right on the dot. You got it. But everything else, no. This document should have been 20 pages shorter. The evidence folder should be way less longer. But you know what? People want to make an embarrassment of themselves. I will let them go right ahead because I sit back and I laugh in enjoyment. So that's all I'm saying. Guys, I'm going to end this. I hope y'all have a great day. I love you. I love you all. Please take this as, you know, me being like sincere. I love you guys. I love you. Please read through your information because of this not being read through, people go to accusations. They go to... Uh-oh.